to figure out how to get this camera, get a better angle or something. Get out my head. Hey, good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? This your boy Rob Thomas Jr., and this is the real news behind the news. Oh yeah, today is what? Tuesday, March 2nd, 2021. And we're going to be very, very brief in this video. There's not a bunch of news in this news cycle. And again, we're not able to access Wi-Fi or internet here where I'm at. So we're going to just, talk about a topic that nobody really in the mainstream media is talking about. As you all join the show, please hit the like button, help us get our views up, because we need to get this channel to as many subscribers as we possibly can. Hopefully get we're trying to reach 2,000 subscribers by the mid portion of April, which will help us in our analytics. But again, we're going to talk about something that nobody in the mainstream media is talking about. And y'all, please, we got a comment here. We're gonna see y'all comments. There we go. Hey, Chevelle Stewart, we heard the end of your video. Hey, what I said last night? What was I saying? Did I say something naughty? Or I looked down and saw that it was still recording. I thought I had cut it off. But anyway, yeah, it gets wild over here, man. Wow, it is wild. I gotta hurry get the fuck away from here, man. It's crazy. But anyway, we want to talk about something that the mainstream media is not telling you. Now we have it has come out late last week that I don't know what I was saying, Miss Stewart. I thought I had cut that camera off, man. But I saw the last part of the video. I wish there was some way I could edit it. But hey, it is what it is. Anyway, it come out last week that Reuters and BBC news organizations, two of the biggest news organizations in the world, are being paid by the United States government to promote its propaganda. Now, if you listen to the United States media, the mainstream media, all you hear is that Joe Biden ordered an airstrike in the country of Syria, targeting Iranian militants, allegedly committing an act of terrorism in the country of Iraq, which resulted in an American contractor being killed. Now, they won't tell you in the mainstream media here that what Joe Biden did under United States law was illegal, and under the international law is also illegal. What he did in ordering that airstrike literally was a war crime. Here in the United States, in order to take any military action against another country, you have to have the approval of Congress. Just like Donald Trump, just like George Bush, who preceded him, just like Obama, who preceded him, Joe Biden did not even ask Congress's authorization. He literally, unilaterally, took it upon himself to order an airstrike against the country of Syria. Now think about this, you all. If the attack that he is allegedly responding to happened in Iraq, why the fuck would he bomb Syria? It's crazy. Hey, King the Great, how you all doing? As you all come in again, I can't see what's going on because I'm actually on StreamYard. I can see you all's commenting, but I can't see how many likes or whatever that we're getting. But as you all come in, please hit the like button. But you all have to realize this is very serious. because we are basically, the United States government is basically the world's leading terrorist organization. They're saying that they're fighting terrorism in the Middle East. No, the United States government is sponsoring the terrorists directly and indirectly. When I say indirectly, the United States government created ISIS, Al Qaeda, Al Nusra. Yes, that's right. You can go back. This is it's going to be hard to do the research because Google and other outlets are censoring this information. But we know for a fact that the United States government are creating these so-called terrorist organizations to basically and sponsoring them to go through the Middle East and carry out their colonialization agenda by terrorizing governments in other Middle Eastern countries with these organizations. It comes out. Remember when the group Al Qaeda, who changed their name to ISIS? Well, let me tell you. Go back to Benghazi. Al Qaeda was basically being used by the United States government. At that time, Obama was president and Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State. They were literally funneling weapons through the United States Embassy in Benghazi, taking them to Syria. See, a lot of, I'm gonna just be real, I keep saying it. A lot of black people don't want to hear this, but Barack Obama started the illegal war in Syria. Yes, he did. They were using the embassy in Lebanon, in Benghazi, to funnel weapons through to Al Qaeda, who then took them to Syria, and they started the regime change initiative to overthrow President Assad in Syria. That's really what happened. All that shit they telling you on ABC, CNN, Fox is bullshit. That is called wartime propaganda. Every country engages in it. So what makes us think that the United States is not engaged in it? You cannot, anything that you hear about wars overseas on your mainstream media is nothing more than propaganda, because who controls and who sponsors your mainstream media? Raytheon, Boeing, Philip Norton, the people who make bombs, airplanes, and other weapons of war. They sponsor your media. Who prospered? Who prospers every time we start an illegal war or continue to engage in a legal war overseas? Your military industrial complex. Did you all know one of the reasons why Donald Trump in his first year came in office and increased the budget to $700 billion a year? They're gonna blow your mind, because in his 8 years, Barack Obama had used so many bombs, so many drones, and so much artillery that he damn near depleted the United States arsenal. So they had to increase the military budget to build more weapons of war. I know y'all not gonna want to hear it, but the truth is what it is. Black people sit around here and praise Obama like he was the fucking next thing to Jesus Christ. But do you all realize this man had murdered more people than George Bush? And then bragged about it. Did y'all ever see that interview when he said, I got 2 words for you? Drone strikes. And I'm really good at it. Did you all know Barack Obama committed more drone strikes in his 8 years than Bush and Clinton put together in 16? Hold on, let me see what this ad is saying. Yes. Oh, Miss Graham, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Miss Graham. Wow, I truly wasn't expecting that. That is a blessing. That is a blessing. You helped us get close to it. You was getting some last. Oh, come on, Miss Stewart. Don't tell nobody that. I am kind of mannish though. But hey, I'm a man. But anyway, thank you, Miss Graham. That really helps. Actually, that goes to food. For food, because myself and these puppies, we really need it. But yes, back to the subject matter. Miss Stewart, you weren't supposed to tell nobody that. Excuse me. But here we are. our government is proficient at overthrowing other countries. I love you too, Sister Stewart. Thank you so much. And thank you, Ms. Graham. We really do appreciate that. Again, yeah, I'll mention it. I'll go ahead and mention it. Down at the bottom, we have our Cash App and we have our PayPal. Anything that you all can put to that helps keep this show going. Because, like I said, we just received a donation, a nice size donation from Sister Graham. That helps us to get shit something like simple as ice, which keeps my throat dry while I'm doing this video. So everything you all give helps goes to the to this show directly. So please, if you all feel led to, please make a donation. But anyway, let's get back to it. Now, Joe Biden, again, I asked the question. If the attack that he's allegedly responding to happened in Iraq, why the fuck are you bombing Syria? Did you all know that the United States has close to 5,000 troops in northern Syria? Now, what's in northern Syria that we would have our troops there? Oh, y'all didn't know that we had troops in Syria? Oh, yeah, we got almost 5,000 troops in Syria, in the northern region, where Syria's agriculture, but most importantly, their oil fields are. Yes, the United States government is literally stealing the oil from the country of Syria. They're bombing Syria's infrastructure. They have crippling sanctions against the country of Syria, which is allowing the people of Syria to starve to death. Literally, this is what's going on in Syria on behalf of the Israeli government and the American oil companies. Your children who are in the military are nothing more than, I guess you could say, mob-type henchmen who are being used to steal the oil from the country of Syria. Now, even if those militants that this airstrike is against, are from Iran, Iran has a legal right to be in the country of Syria because the Syrian government invited the Iranians into their country to help them fight off the hostile and aggressive American attempt to overthrow President Assad. Now, again, what Joe Biden did, as just like every other president that preceded him, was commit a war crime. You cannot attack another country, another sovereign country, unless you have a declaration of war. We're over in Syria, and we don't even have a congressional declaration of war against that country. Think about this. Again, I asked this question. Y'all who've been subscribed to the show for a while, you always hear me ask this question. Little boy, sit down. Hold on a second. Handsome, did I tell you about that plastic? Sit your ass down. Sit down, Handsome. Handsome. Good boy. I'm going to deal with you in the show, though. Y'all excuse me. These puppies are something else. This room is too small for us. God is going to provide for us, though. But again, just like what happened with Joe Biden's illegal airstrike. Remember I said that the alleged incident that he was responding to happened in Iraq. Again, where according, quote unquote, allegedly, Iranian militant in Iraq. And again, Iran has a legal right to be in Iraq because the Iraqi government invited the Iranian military to come to their country to help them fight against the colonialization and overtaking of their country by the Americans and the Israelis. So Iran has a right to be in Iraq and Syria. They were invited there by the Syrian government. Now, again, this airstrike that Joe Biden was alleged to be responding to happened because in Iraq, some Iranian, quote unquote, Iranian militants basically were alleged to have attacked a United States military base, an American contractor, not American soldier, but a contractor from America who's in that country of Iraq was alleged to have been killed. So again, if that airstrike was against the Iranian militants for killing that contractor in Iraq, why the hell did he bomb Syria? Just like 9/11, if 17 of the 19 hijackers alleged to have committed the crime in the United States by running those planes into those buildings, if they were from Saudi Arabia, why the hell did we invade Afghanistan? So we have to ask these questions. See, you don't. Most people don't even put one and one together and come up with two, because the media is telling them 1 + 1 = 3. And we in America, we blindly follow what we see on our televisions without even asking questions. That's the most simple question you can ask. If the attack happened in Iraq, why the fuck did you bomb Syria? And again, it's at the behest of the military-industrial complex. See, I keep telling you, your president doesn't run shit in America. We would like to think that we voted for Joe Biden and he's going to be our leader. No, Biden has to do what the military-industrial complex tells him to do. He has to do what the pharmaceutical companies tell him. He has to do what the banks tell him to do. He does not have to do shit that you and I ask him to do. Because if it was really that way, we would be asking him to stop all these illegal fucking wars overseas, sending our children to die and murdering millions of innocent people at the behest of the oil companies, the military-industrial company. When I say military-industrial complex, that's the people who make the airplanes, the tanks, the bombs, the bullets. Notice this. It's hard as heck for you to find bullets for your weapons, but we got plenty of fucking missiles that we can send and destroy other countries. So what Biden did is illegal under international law, and most importantly, here in America. Now, again, let me show you something. Show you how fucked our government is and how they play games and how they lie and deceive us and play mind tricks with us. When Donald Trump committed that war crime by killing the Iranian General Soleimani, that was an impeachable offense. Why did they waste all that bullshit time trying to impeach him? What they tried to impeach him for the first time, I forget what they tried to impeach him for the first time. I forget. But if they really wanted to impeach Donald Trump, all they had to do was bring up that motherfucking illegal airstrike that he committed, and they would have not only impeached him, but they could have imprisoned Trump, because that was a war crime. Do y'all understand? So it was a game that was being played. They weren't trying to impeach Trump because, again, they could have impeached him on that murder of that Iranian general alone. That would have been an impeachable offense hands down, because it was illegal. Anytime you order a military action without the authorization of Congress, that is illegal under American law. You cannot strike another country militarily unless, first of all, you declare war against that country. And the only way you can declare war as the president cannot declare war. Only Congress can authorize a declaration of war. America spends more than the next 12 countries combined on their military budget, and they are allied with most of them. Let's take that money and think about exactly what's that sketchy peasant? Exactly. Think about this. No matter what Trump done, the Senate was going, they were going to try to impeach him, but they don't know. They were going to they was going to put on a show, Keith T, of impeachment. Because if they really wanted to impeach Donald Trump, all they had to do was bring him up under charges of committing a war crime for ordering that illegal strike on General Soleimani. That was a declaration of war against the country of Iran. So it's a game. They weren't trying to impeach Trump. They wasn't. Donald Trump committed murder. Literally. What Donald Trump did was no different than what the mob bosses do when they order a hit against somebody. And that was an impeachable offense. Y'all, excuse me. But you're right. They got money. Billions upon billions upon billions. Now think about this. Last year, right before Donald Trump left office, they were trying to get the stimulus package passed, 1.9 trillion. Donald Trump, basically, I think Trump vetoed. No, Donald Trump was trying to do it. They put it off. They put it off. They put it off. They were trying to get 700 billion, in the military annual military budget. They was trying to get another 700 billion for this year's military budget. Trump vetoed that and said, "No, fuck that. We're not going to put no more money into this war machine. We need to start bringing these troops home." Do you know those motherfuckers would not pass the stimulus package, but they went and overruled a presidential veto just to spend 700 billion on weapons of war. They don't give a fuck about the poor, but they really do love war. KT, he created treason against the U.S. government, and he still didn't impeach him. Remember, he said he could shoot someone and not lose a vote. Yeah, but what act of treason was that? Donald Trump never committed treason against the United States government. That was alleged, that was put out there by the military, by the media complex. But if he committed treason, then law enforcement, the attorney general, would have been responsible for bringing charges against him. See, if he committed treason, as bad as they wanted to get rid of Trump, they would have forced the attorney general to bring charges against him. What did he do? What was his treasonous act, Brother Keith? Tell us what was his treasonous act. But he did say that he could shoot someone in broad daylight and never lose a vote. But tell us what act that he did that was treason. He never committed treason. Because again, if he committed treason, which is punishable by death, they literally would have brought that against him, unless what? They were in collusion with him. The military budget is a money laundering scheme for government bodies to send their contractors to build ridiculous items we don't need and pocket them. Exactly. But I want to see, tell us, Brother Keith, what was his treasonous act? What did he do that was treason? Literally, legally treason. We have to keep in mind, treason. What would be the definition of treason? Act or deed or whatever that goes against the United States, the best interest of the United States. So tell us what act of treason did he commit? Because again, if he did, he was on foreign soil, down talking to the U.S. when he was in Helsinki. That's not treason. He has a right to say what he wants to say. That's not treason, my brother. That was just him expressing his opinion. But under law, legally, that's not treason. Think about it. If he would have been in Helsinki committing treason, by the time he stepped back on United States soil, as bad as they wanted, quote unquote, so-called wanted to get him, they would have arrested his ass at the airport as soon as he set foot on American ground. No, sir, that was not treason, my brother. We have to go back and look at the definition of treason. And I'm too bad I can't go to my computer um, to look that definition up. But no, sir, I see what you're saying. I remember what you were saying, though. That's basically I don't know if that's not a crime for him to do that. You know, basically, you know, if he was bad talking the United States, he basically all of it he was saying, you know, our government really just wants to fucking go to war. See, Donald Trump got in the office running under the guise that he was going to stop all these illegal wars, and he wanted to. But shit, the military and industrial complex, just like Sketchy, that's a lie. What's a lie, my brother? What is a lie, my brother? That was not treason. You can say what you want to say about the United States government. Treason is when you commit an illegal act as a citizen of the United States against the government. But him speaking bad about the United States government is not an act of treason. It might be very inappropriate. You need to look up the definition yourself. Go ahead. I can't look it up because I'm live right now. Look up the actual definition of treason for my brother and report it in the comments. And if I'm wrong, then I'll admit it, my brother. But that's not an act of treason. Speaking his mind, speaking bad about the United States, that's not treason, man. Post the definition of treason, please. Damn, I wish I could get online with this computer. But I'm glad you're engaged in this conversation, because this is why we do this on the Real News Behind News. It's all about sparking dialogue. As long as we can keep our conversation, our agreements respectful. Hey, I'm all for it, because if you can prove me wrong, yes, it is when you. No, it's not. The president is a citizen, man. He has the right to speak his mind. Whether he's talking bad about our country, shit, Barack Obama was talking bad when he had that one speech talking about how our country militarily flexes his might. It's time for peace. Now let me show you how they use Barack Obama. Barack Obama was nothing more than a black face on a white agenda. Help me get my facts right, Brother Keith. Show me in the dictionary where talking bad as the president is an act of treason. Show me the literal definition of treason. After I get off this video, I will post a comment. I will post the literal definition of treason. And it's not going to say anything about the president talking bad about his country in another country. That is not treason, man. For real. He might be, but I want. If he is, he's doing a bad job of it. All he has to do is, I can't do it. I tell you what, Akeem the Great, post the definition. Since he won't actually post the literal definition of treason, somebody out there post it for us. Because if he is trolling, he needs to get another job or find one of them fuck ass channels that he can get away with that bullshit with. Because for real, that's what he needs to do. You know? Or go join those motherfuckers in the unemployment line, because you picked the wrong motherfucking show, wrong game, wrong nigga to try to run it on, bro. Show us the definition of treason. Shit, you proving yourself wrong. Talking about prove me wrong. You prove me wrong. Prove your motherfucking self right. Prove yourself right. Show us the definition. Show us where it's illegal for the president to say, my country sucks. That's not fucking treason, man. And again, if you're trolling, my brother, welcome to the real world, motherfucker, because you picked the wrong show for that shit, bro. Prove yourself right. The crime of betraying one's country, especially by attempting to kill or something. There you go. That's all he had to fucking do. That's all he had to do. So guess what, brother? I'm not going to even block you. I'm going to let your stupid ass sit here and gain some real knowledge. For real, man. But you can miss me with that bullshit. I'm not going to prove you wrong. You prove your motherfucking self right. Shit, you came here with that bullshit. I'm not getting upset. I really don't give a fuck about that dude because I don't even know him. This is my first time seeing him. But hey, he's welcome to have his opinion. But opinion is like an asshole. Everybody got one. So again, you don't need a job. I got it. Then you need to don't drive that motherfucking truck. I hope you do that better than you do bring up facts, my brother. You got a trucking company. Oh well. Stick to driving trucks. I know. And I'm free. Okay, Keith T. Cool. I don't give a crap. Your point that can you admit if you drive truck, all right, you cool. I hope you do that better than prove your facts on YouTube. Please, my brother. And I'm not mad. I'm not angry at you, but it's fucking ridiculous. You're saying that I'm wrong, but you have yet to prove yourself right, my brother. That's not, that's what the purpose of this show for, because somebody gained knowledge, because King the Great just gave you the definition of treason, and it didn't say nothing about talking bad as a president about your country. See, this is why, what's the drama about? I'm late. I love you. We was just talking about Brother Keith T said that Donald Trump committed treason in Helsinki by talking bad about the United States. And I'm just trying to get him to understand that that's not treason. And Brother Akeem the Great just gave us the definition of treason. So I would like to see Brother Keith admit that he was wrong. That's all. I'm not saying that I'm always right, and I'm not saying that he's always wrong, but in this case, he was wrong. And the conversation got a little heated, you know, but it was not disrespectful. He didn't disrespect me, and I didn't disrespect him. But again, through that discourse, we was able to bring knowledge to the fact of what treason really is, thanks to Hakeem the Great. I know I'm not always right, Keith. I know I'm not always right. And I never claim to be right. And I thank you for watching my channel, my brother. You know, but when you come here, again, you're not wrong. Tell us, what did he specifically, what was his specific treasonous act? Since Brother Hakeem the Great gave you the definition, and let me go back and see what the definition, what Hakeem the Great, I read it already. Hakeem the Great, the crime of betraying one's country, especially by attempting to kill the sovereign or overthrow the government. What was Donald Trump's treasonous act? You got to give a specific act, Brother Keith, a specific act that you can consider that will under law, not what you consider or I consider, but under the law of treason. What was his specific act? You say he was talking bad about the government. What in his conversation, what specific part of his conversation constituted treason? Please tell us that. That's what it is. It's only conversation, Brother Keith. And I'm not mad either. Again, I'm actually glad that this dialogue is taking place, because it shows the people really what we try to do. All we want to do is engage people to have dialogue. See, think about it. We have such a cancel, destructive culture here in America that people can no longer talk. People want to either shout each other down or try to scandalize or smear people, as opposed to having a constructive conversation. Even though the conversation, you know, I was like hyped, I was not aggressively or trying to be vulgar or disrespectful. But when he say, when you come here, I might say things a little, you know what I'm saying, get a little gangster in my talk. But this is what we do. We try to force people to have dialogue, because we're no longer able to voice differences of opinion in America. We have become a society where everybody is becoming conditioned for groupthink. If you're not thinking along the group, you're going to be ostracized, you're going to be scandalized, you're going to be smeared. So I'm glad you're here and we have this conversation, because somebody outside that's reading this conversation, that's listening to this video and reading the comments, will gain knowledge. If nothing else, we have learned, okay, so January 6th wasn't, no, it was not a treasonous act. When you go back and look at it, Donald Trump never did anything to incite those people. Really, what happened on January 6th was your FBI and your CIA used groups like Proud Boys, Antifa, even Black Lives Matter. They used those groups to infiltrate Donald Trump's followers and conduct that chaos at the riot in order to scandalize and smear Donald Trump so that he would not be credible to run for office again. That's literally what happened. Because when you look at that, did Donald Trump tell them police to let them folks in that building? Did Donald Trump tell the CIA to let the Capitol get these people a tour the day before that happened? No, that was not Trump's fault. And guess what? In the impeachment trial, they found him not guilty. They found him not guilty. Now, did they? Did they find him guilty or not? No. That was your government. That's what you call a false flag, my brother. Again, did Donald Trump tell the police? Think about this. This is the most secure building in America. One of the most secure buildings on the planet. And the police opened the doors and let them folks walk in. Under orders. Under orders. Look, he don't know what he's talking about. He just heard somebody else say it. Yeah, he's repeating what he's been told by the mainstream media. See, that's what the mainstream media job is, to brainwash propaganda out there to you. And if you don't think for yourself, you're going to be following them along, following right along with them. And then those of us who do think for ourselves are going to be called crazy, because we see the truth. If Donald Trump, if he incited the people, that means Donald Trump would have literally had to have a plan going, because the police and security let those people right in that building, dog. So that means that Donald Trump and a whole bunch of other people were in collusion to what happened on January 6th. I love this conversation. I love this episode. This is pretty much one of the first episodes where we actually had to engage someone. We actually had this kind of conversation. I hate that we're going to have to keep it short, because what time is it? Oh, 9:48. We'll go for a few more minutes, because at 10, I got to, what you looking at, girl? I got to get something for your ears. Why are you scratching your ears? My girl, my female puppy, she got something wrong with her ears. But anyway, again, hopefully we can get some kind of internet. I got another cell phone. I'm trying to do a factory reset on it, and if I can do that, I'll be able to use it and go down the headlines for the day's headlines like we usually do. But I just brought this show here to you all, just to keep myself uplifted. And I'm glad I did, because if nothing else, this conversation with Brother Keith, and you're more than welcome, Keith, to keep bringing your comments, man. Challenge us, challenge me, but most important, when you make these challenges, my brother, you have to deal with facts, not what the people on the news tells you, because their job is to tell you a lie in a convincing manner where you think is truth. But when you run up against somebody with facts, don't consider them crazy, but you should listen to what they're saying. If nothing else, listen to what they're saying, do your research on what they said, and compare it to the lack of research that the media is giving, because the media does not do any investigative journalism no more. They're told by the military or their sponsors or your government what to tell us. And any other point of view will not be allowed on the media. or they would bring them on there to try to smear them and never really give them a chance to present their side of the argument. They're known for gaslighting people. Oh, he's a kook. He's a bit crazy. But when you go back and look at the media, wasn't it your media that told us that we have to invade Iraq because they were killing babies in incubators? Come to find out that it was a lie. How come your media is not telling you that what Joe Biden just did with that missile strike is a war crime, and even under the United States law, under the Constitution, is illegal? How come they're not telling you that? You have to ask questions. And once you start asking questions, Brother Keith, I guarantee you, you will never look at television media the same. The only time I watch television news or American news is when I want to find out what they're lying to us about today. That's the only time I watch CNN, Fox, MSNBC, NBC, CBS. That's the only time I watch them is when I need to know what the lie of the day is. Yes, thanks. Comment, subscribe. Also, let them hit that cash out because we just got blessed with something. Yeah, Rick time is due. We got paid up for the week, which ends Wednesday. We can still use help for that. We need to try to get some form of Wi-Fi, but I don't know how we'll do it because this place is not set up for Wi-Fi. It's an older hotel that doesn't. I don't think it doesn't even have connections where I can even try to get my existing Wi-Fi account transferred over to here for the time being that I'm here. So what I'm gonna have to do is try to buy another device and run it off of my my mobile hotspot to my cellular service. So yeah, please hit the like button. Right as y'all come here, please hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Also share these videos on your social media platform. That helps out a lot. It helps us get our viewers, our subscribers up. And it also helps the analytics that YouTube algorithms that YouTube uses to hold and suppress channels like mine down. So if y'all could do that, that would be a blessing to us. Also, please, if you can make a donation to PayPal and Cash App. But again, we're gonna get ready to end this video. Only reason, like I say, I wasn't even planning on doing one today. I was just dealing, with should I do one, should I do not? Because actually, I just woke up. I've been asleep all day, man. Pretty much, still recovering from a blood pressure issue. I feel a whole lot better. And again, this show here was just to get me back up on the horse. I'm glad I did do the show because there's nothing else. Only news I watch occasionally. I watch Al Jazeera, Press TV, Russia Today. I watch American news, but again, I watch it with the eye to see what they're lying to us about. There's a lot of TV news that I watch, man. I watch The Hill. I mean, I watch everything because then I run the risk of being biased and spewing propaganda if I just only watch the news shows that I think are talking the truth. I watch them all, and what I do, I take both sides of every argument. I look at them and I pick out the facts that both sides are saying. Whatever they might spout a lot of opinions, but when they speak facts that you can actually verify, I look at both of those sides, the facts on both sides, and then I come up to a logical conclusion. Because no matter what you do with propaganda or whatever, you can not argue against a fact. There's no argument against the truth. There's no argument that you can make against the truth. And there's only one truth, y'all. And they shall know that truth, and that truth shall set them free. Hey, I thank y'all for joining us today. Again, this show was brief. We've been going at least an hour lately, but we hit 45 minutes. And right now, there are some things I need to do because the puppies and I have been asleep pretty much all day. And I still got to get up there. I really got to get them walked. They've had the food and water. So I got to spend a little bit more time with them because they are suffering. I can tell right now, they're definitely emotionally suffering. They don't have that brightness in their eyes that they used to have when we was in our home. And it's psychologically, I see it's really affecting my puppies, you know. And that might sound crazy, but that means, you know, that concerns me. So I try to spend a little bit more time with them, playing with them, because it's hard, you know, being in this room. You know, they pretty much have to stay in a cage most of the day, and where they're used to running around in the backyard. Good night, Miss Stewart, and don't tell nobody about last night. That's an every night thing, though. But anyway, I love y'all. I thank y'all. And again, um, um, we thank you for that donation earlier. If you all can make a donation, that's cool. But we need y'all to hit that like button. We need y'all to hit that share button. You know, and we really know just need y'all to spread the word, because if nothing else, y'all come to the show and just to bring something to the table as far as creating dialogue. That's what this show is all about. I'm not always right, but I'm damn sure very seldomly wrong, because I do not just go by what I'm being told. I question everything. I even question the creator. You know, I question everything. We're made in God's image. So God questions us, and why should we not question everything around us? So again, to y'all see me tomorrow, man, this is your boy Rod Thomas Jr. saying, please hit that like button, hit that share button. Make sure that you continue getting our notification by hitting that bell next to the subscription. That way, when we make these, start these videos, you'll get notified. And again, we're going to go live every night, somewhere, I can't make a promise, but somewhere between 8 and 9. Okay, okay, thank you, Miss Love You. You've been a blessing too. You always been a blessing. All y'all have been a blessing just by coming here and sharing your thoughts with us. I mean, just by being here, being subscribed is a blessing. And if I could just stay consistent, I'll get to the point where this show will pay for itself. Because like I said last night, also I want to mention it here, we have been blessed now where our show has finally reached the criteria to be monetized under YouTube. Only thing about that is we have to get enough viewers. You know, right now, with our subscription, with our 1,200 some subscribers, we would have to do a lot of videos every day and have people to watch them constantly, you know what I'm saying, just to get $5 from YouTube. So it takes a lot behind the scenes to get that money from YouTube. But until, we're not going to stop. We're going to try to get that YouTube money. You know, you got people on YouTube, man, there's people on YouTube, man, making $1,000 a day just off people sending them money from Cash App. You know, I be watching some of these people videos and they got their cash tag hooked to it. You can hear the ching. I mean, it's crazy. And I'm like, damn. I asked for a donation, motherfucker say I'm begging. Well, now a lot of times you gotta realize, Miss Stewart, Sister Stewart, that by me not having a set time, like at 8 o'clock, if I was going live at 8 o'clock, most people would, you know, try to be here on a regular basis. But y'all know me, nigga might come in at 10:30 a.m. or 9:45, some shit like that. So it's up to me to be consistent, to pick a time and stick with it. You know, no matter what going on in my personal life, how chaotic it may be before that time or after that time, I need to pick a time like 8 or 9 o'clock. What video? Video last night? Why they mad about that? I don't know why they would be mad about that. Oh, well, if they is, fuck them. I mean, I'm gonna just be real. You know, that's life, man. That's real motherfucker. I mean, just come on, real life. See, this is what people like here in Shreveport. All these people look at me as an activist, as a community leader, and all that. They don't realize I like coochie. Shit, I don't like booty. I love coochie, and sometimes I like to get some. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just being real. If a person is mad about that, they don't need to follow me. Yeah, yeah. They don't need They don't need to follow. I mean, just being real. I mean, come on. I'm a real man, bruh. I have nothing to hide. And I'm not gonna hide nobody, nothing. No, I tell everybody my past up front so that when they see me, they won't have nothing to hold. They can't hold nothing against me. I tell them about my dealing with drugs and gangs and the streets and women. I tell people all that bad shit about me up front so you know what you're dealing with. But just because I do these types of things don't mean that the information I'm bringing these people are not true. So if they can't deal with that, oh well, they find another channel that they gonna that with some gay dude on it, or they can find another channel with somebody who or one of them feminists. But here you got a real Negro. I don't like to say a real nigga because a real nigga is the worst thing you could be. I spent my whole early part of my life trying to be a real nigga and found out that I was really acting like a real nigga. Dumb shit. But any man, come on. Everybody get mad talking about Trump grabbing women by the coochie. I applaud him. At least he wasn't grabbing men by the ass. You know? It's bad now. I mean, I'm not saying be womanized or disrespectful to women. But come on. God created man, then he created a woman. So anyway, I don't know how I got on that. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for joining us tonight. We'll be back tomorrow, 9 o'clock. We're going to keep the show. We're going to just say 9 o'clock because I know at 9 o'clock, I won't be having nothing. I mean, there's no excuse for me not to be able to make this show every night at 9 o'clock. So we're going to tentatively hold to a schedule of 9 o'clock every night. So until y'all see me 9 o'clock tomorrow, hey, y'all have a wonderfully blessed and prosperous night. I love y'all. Thank y'all.